Lesson C3, KPI creation in detail. Topic 6, the SQL Editor. Now the learning objective for this topic is to understand the basics of the SQL Editor. In the previous topic, we looked at creating a KPI using a data table and the tabular data API within Ingenuity. Now we skipped over the question of how did we get to the point where we knew what the SQL was. In Ingenuity, if you use a source connected to Ingenuity, the URL that we showed in that example will always be the starting point. If you want to access the tabular data sources connected to Ingenuity, you can do so through the SQL Query Tool. This is available under the settings and you click SQL Query. Now this will then list the sources of data that are connected. We looked at the Freshdesk one. If there's any different roles or profiles and the tables that you can see within it. If you select a table, it will list the fields within that table and their data type. And you can start testing out your SQL here. The simplest way is to click Generate. This generates a set of example SQL that you can use as the starting point for your queries. So if we run this, there we will get, in this case, the first 10 hits according to that. Now from here I can try some basic editing. I could add some where clauses, or in our case we simplified it by just adding a star. So this gives us the query that we use within the KPI tool. If you have access to a better SQL editor, it's always going to be more powerful. This is a generalized tool that will do its best to work against all different types of backend. The specifics of the SQL that you need to write against, say, Oracle versus MySQL or SQL Server are different. Each database has some nuances. This is a fairly general tool. You'll always be better off with something more powerful if you have access to it. But this is a great way to test some stuff out or test the query that you've been given to run against a database.